Hi, my name is Marlena Faring, and I'd like to share with you my experience in dealing with Minnesota's corrupt government and corrupt judicial system. I wrote a documentary to expose this corruption entitled Marlena's Journal, Telling It Like It Is, in Minnesota, Not So Nice. This documentary is based on true events that I have documented for 15 years with correspondence, tape recordings, and court case files that supports all of my allegations. Because the story is so unbelievable, I have included affidavits from third-party witnesses who gave sworn testimony as to what they witnessed and saw. You will not finish this book unaffected and asking, is this really the democracy and freedom that our young men and women in uniform lay down their lives to protect? I think not. My story tells of the price that I paid as a female general contractor and real estate broker attempting to uphold fair housing laws in Minnesota. My licenses mandate I uphold these laws, but yet that is exactly why I was incarcerated by a racist and bigoted judge. The law should have protected me. It did not. I took this all the way up to the U.S. Attorney General's office, only to be told he can't help me either, not because of any question as to the validity of my allegations, but rather he cannot prosecute a judge, and it is a systemic problem. In other words, in this country, judges can break the law under the color of law with impunity. The U.S. Constitution is the birthright of every American, yet I had no rights because it was government that was the perpetrator. I was denied a right to vote, a right to free speech, a right to due process, a right to make a living, and a right to a protective order when I was viciously attacked by a government official. Why? Because I blew the whistle on government-sanctioned discrimination. The courts at both the state and federal level were used for political retribution against me to confiscate all my assets, all my land holdings, including my home, totaling millions of dollars. This was accomplished by judges allowing bogus and fabricated lawsuits to be brought against me by individuals with government ties that had no evidence or no jurisdictional mandate to do so. This essentially was accomplished with judges aiding and abetting felony theft. They willingly and knowingly suborned perjury. All evidence in my favor was either changed or altered. Thereby, they aided in the theft of my property, and we call them honorable. I ask you, what's honorable about a judge dressed in a black robe behaving as a criminal? I was used as a scapegoat to evidence to anyone who dares to speak up against human rights violations when it's done at the hands of the government. As a patriotic American, I feel it is my duty to stand up and speak out. Silence and indifference has already fed this travesty far too long. In writing this documentary, it's certainly not my intent to attack America, but rather to expose the criminals that we have running our country, including judges. This book may be purchased at Ex Libris Publishing, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and all proceeds will be donated to charities and for nonprofits that work with me in continuing this fight for justice in America. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless.